Hi, I'm Robin Bensley. Welcome to Chow Time. You know how avocados are considered a superfood? I mean, they're filled with nutrients and protein and the kind of fat that's actually good for your body. Well, we're going to turn it into a decadent Mexican treat. We're going to triple dip these slices of avocado, deep fry it very quickly, and then I'm making a salsa, but it's going to be pureed and it's going to have sour cream in it. So let's get that out of the way first. In your food processor, put about a cup and a half's worth of your favorite salsa. And then we're going to add a half a cup of sour cream. And we're just going to puree it. I'm just going to put it in a pretty bowl. Now, the reason I wanted to puree the salsa with the sour cream is because avocado can be a little delicate, and I didn't want big chunks to dip it into. I want it nice and smooth so it doesn't break. Okay, you're going to need 3 bowls for the coating. One bowl simply has about 1/3 cup of flour in it. In another little bowl, I'm going to beat 2 eggs. And then in the third bowl, I have about a cup to a cup and a quarter of panko breadcrumbs. Panko breadcrumbs are actually Japanese, and you can see that they're flakier and bigger and crispier, and they don't absorb oil as much as regular breadcrumbs, which is why it's perfect for this recipe. We're going to season the panko with 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, we'll just combine that into the breadcrumbs. I'm just going to take these 3 bowls right over to the stove. And I saved slicing the avocados until just before we're going to cook them because they turn brown very quickly. So, for some reason, I love slicing avocados. You go all the way around like that, twist it apart, and then you give it a really hard whack with a knife, that pit, and you pull it right out. And by the way, these should be firm avocados, ripe but firm. If they're too ripe and too soft, this recipe just won't work. And you can grow an avocado tree if you'd like. Okay, now I just take a soup spoon, kind of guide it around the edges a little bit, scoop it down deep, just pull out the whole piece of fruit. And by the way, avocados were first discovered in Mexico around 290 BC. I'm going to slice each half into 5 slices. So a recipe using 2 avocados will give you 20 pieces to serve to your guests. I'm just going to set them in a bowl to take them over to the stove. We're ready to fry them up. Okay, it's a 3-step process, and you can do 2 at a time. First, I'm going to dip them in the plain flour, just basically to dry them off. Then, I'm going to dip them in the beaten eggs, and then in the panko mixture, like that. I have about 1/2 inch of vegetable oil that I've heated up, and this will only take a couple minutes to fry, so you want to work kind of quickly. So flour, egg, panko. And you don't want to crowd the pan, so this will be 2 batches. these are browning up beautifully. So I'm going to flip them. It's only been a couple of minutes. Let the second side cook just for a minute. With a slatted spoon, remove them to a paper towel to drain. You can serve these slightly warm or room temperature, and I've discovered that if you want to make them a little in advance, store them in the refrigerator and they actually warm up quite nicely in the microwave. So, I have to try this fried avocado with this sour cream salsa dip. Oh boy, this tastes like a stick of spicy Mexican butter. Oh, and that, the kids will have to clean it up.